Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I am filming 2 videos in one day, but I had a lot of inspiration and motivation for tarot today. So we're just going to continue with it. I am going to be workshopping a spread today and have never really done this, and I think that it would be fun if you all came along because I feel like I could really use your help. So let's do that. So, I was doing a reading yesterday, and it wasn't even anything, really. I was just shuffling cards. I was feeling a lot of feelings, and I was just feeling quite lost. And I just started shuffling my cards, venting to them about what was going on and what I was feeling and all of that. And I had 4 cards fly out. And usually when a lot of cards come out, I will just put them back in. But I had been shuffling for a long time, and I was thinking, and I was just like, fine, let me read these cards and see what they have to offer. And at first, I didn't feel like they were saying very much. I didn't really get any messages from them. And then the longer I sat there, I realized, or I started forming this mental image in my head of myself being in the middle of a forest, and I'm on this very small path, and I can't really see behind me and I can't see in front of me because it's so thick with the trees. So I don't really know where I'm going. And that is kind of what inspired me to make a spread. I'm going to be calling it In the Thick of the Woods. So the In the Thick of the Woods spread. And I want to kind of get a reading. So it would be when you're really in the middle of stuff and you're feeling torn and confused and lost and really just without direction. This spread will, my aim for this spread is that it will kind of offer some guidance and like a first step that you can take to get further into the woods, like through the woods. So I want to have kind of like 3 sections. We've got the first one will be like where you came from or entering the woods, before you enter the woods or something like that. I am just going to start drawing this out. Okay. My tarot journal is the perfect place to workshop this spread because, as I mentioned in my previous videos, my tarot journal is evolving and changing, and this is the perfect thing for it to house and hold. So we'll write and then put today's date. And what date is it? I think it's the 13th. Yes. Okay, so I want it to have 3 cards at the base and at the bottom, and this will be upon entering the woods. So these are the past. And this is kind of what really got you started on the path that you were on to get into the woods. So then I kind of want it to be like this. We've got 3, 2, 1, and this is where you are right now. So this is you right now in the thick of the woods. And I really like it being one card because you don't need a ton of cards to show like where you are. You kind of know where you are situated right now. But then once you get further into the woods, I don't want it to, I don't know. Hang on. So I kind of want it to be like a mirrored thing. Let's just draw it out again. Okay, so we've got like kind of an hourglass. In this row, so I want it to be kind of like just seeing a couple steps in front of you. So like taking a step. In the right direction? We'll do which direction? And then this is going to be like leaving the woods. And this is going to be like a longer version of like how to find like okay, so I kind of like this. We've got like row 1, which is the bottom, is upon entering or at the entrance. Yeah, and then row 2 is what got you stuck, what steps you took to get here. So like a wrong turn or off the beaten path. I kind of like that better. So row 3 is where you are right now. So in the thick. Row 4 is, we'll say one step forward. And then row 5 is going to be a path opens up or a clearing of the woods. Or of the path. So the path becomes clear in this spread. It's not because I want it to stay where we are still in the woods, because when I'm feeling lost and stuck, I can't see that far ahead. I can't see the end, and I don't want this spread to show like the end goal, which is just something that feels so unattainable. So having it be like a clearing of the path where the path opens up to me, but I still don't see the end of the woods. I'm still in it on my way moving forward. I kind of like that better than if the spread were to end at the like end of the woods. So I think I like that. I'm going to write out kind of what all of these mean now. And then we can try out the spread on the next page and see how it works, because I'm definitely still very much in the thick of the woods. So it'd be nice to give the spread kind of a test drive and see how it is going to work. So let's write what these would mean. Okay. We're going to start again. So the entrance of the woods is the past. So this is really what got you started on the path that you are currently on right now. Then we have off the beaten path. And this is what led up to you feeling lost. Kind of how you got lost. Then in the thick of the woods, this is the situation that you are in, you currently where you stand at this moment. I like that actually. Okay, then we have one step forward. And it's I like the one step forward being kind of a focal point for you, because it's one of those things where you can keep reminding yourself, this is the next step that I need to take, the next thing that I should be doing, not super far into the future, but it's kind of like the way I'm picturing it in my mind is looking down at the ground and just kind of seeing that next step in front of you. And that's what this is. So kind of the next step. Then the last one is, I think it should be an opening of the path. And that would be guidance on how to and kind of some direction that you can go into, leading you on the right path. Okay, so the spread is complete. We have the entrance of the woods, off the beaten path, in the thick of the woods, one step forward, and an opening of the path. So let's actually try this reading out and see how well it will work just in life in general. So let's check it out. And let's get started. I'm going to shuffle and think about my situation just right now and my feelings. I think this is definitely a feeling-based spread. And then we'll get right into the thick of it. Okay, it's time to start laying the cards out. I'm going to try and spread it a little bit so you guys can see more. We are starting with the entrance to the woods, and we have 3 cards here. And we have the World, the 9 of Earth, and the Adelita of Earth. And so I'm actually going to read this kind of like this right now, because this is how we go on our path. So in the entrance to the woods, this is what put me on this path, what got me started on this path, and it being these 3 cards. So this is kind of a leaving behind of my stability and the kind of structure that I had in my life. So this is the end of stability, what put me on this path of feeling lost. Okay, the next card is 2 cards, and it's off the beaten path. This is what circumstances, what steps I took that led me to feeling lost. And we have the 6 of Earth and the 9 of Water. I think this is talking about feeling kind of on my own. And although I am content on my own, it's both of these can be shadowy things. So feeling that wonder and kind of worry of, am I enough on my own? I'm going to scooch these down just so that we can get the whole thing in frame. The next one is in the thick of the woods. This is where I am currently. This is my situation. I kind of like seeing this card because it seems like I'm being guided. I am having a lot of new feelings. I'm trying to work through my feelings. And as children, being young, it's hard to understand and regulate and be really in tune and in touch with your feelings as a child. And I feel like that's kind of how I'm feeling. I'm very much just feeling all of my emotions and not really working through them or processing them. And I think that is what led me here. We'll see. Let's continue. We have the next one is one step forward. This is a focal point for me, what I can put my attention on, what I can look to guide me through the woods. And we have the 5 of Earth and the 3 of Earth. You guys, this reading is ridiculously accurate. This is, wow, okay. The next step is an opening of the path. And this is guidance on how I can find that direction or the direction to go in. So this is really my most important part. And this last spread is going to be the farther in the future, something to look forward to, but just keep it in the back of your mind because this right here is the focus. So I think that the focal point of the reading is, so the one step forward, this is what you need to be paying attention to. And then the direction is more like not a step to do something, but an overarching, like, it's hard to explain. So this is a step that I know I need to take, and this is what I need to be focusing on in order to get to this. This is like the end result, the end goal. Like, this is the step that I'm taking, but this is what will come about from those steps, kind of. If I follow the single step and keep one foot after the other stepping through with this, these will be in the opening, or the path will get opened up for this to happen. That's what it is. The path will open up for this to occur if I take these single steps forward. So that was a lot. Let's look at the back of the deck and see, because I don't know, I always like to see it. And we have the curandera of air. This was a ridiculous spread. This is so wild to me. This all feels so potent. It's a very personal spread for me, this one. So I think that I'm being a little bit more vague than I do in some of my other readings. But this one seriously hit home. Like, this is exactly what I needed. This is exactly what I have been thinking about and mulling over. And this is literally what I've been lost in. So to have it come up and be so apparent in the reading is just incredible to me. So I really liked this. I think this spread is definitely something I'm going to try and keep and continue to do, because holy crap, was it accurate. But that was my In the Thick of the Woods spread. I'm going to actually make a kind of graphic for it, and I'll post it probably on my Instagram. I will hopefully have it done for the end of this video also. So that's all I've got for you today. This was incredible. I am feeling so good about this. I'm feeling so inspired and so energized from this spread. And I love that it's something that I made, because I have never made a tarot spread before. I've never really come up with one, and this really stuck with me. This was something that I had been mulling over since I kind of got that mental image yesterday, and I'm so glad that I did it, because this feels amazing and incredible, and I am feeling really good about it. About the spread, about the actual reading, just all of it. So that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for coming along on this journey. For me, it was a wild one. I hope you're all doing well. If you like this video, please leave a like if that's actually how you feel. You don't have to like it if you don't want to. And if you have been enjoying my content and want to stick around a little bit longer, there are a couple other videos that you might like, and feel free to subscribe if that's something you're inclined to do. That's all I've got for you right now. I hope that you're all doing well, and I will see you in the next one.